How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Biotic podcast number 24 with myself, Adi of Adi Biotics. Now, as with every podcast, we like to start off by saying hello. Hope everybody's doing well. You know, you're keeping fit, you're keeping active, you're keeping the fight going. I hope you could see that through this new mic stand, and hopefully you can see this new wall design we've done here as well. So it has been a while since we've been on Biotic podcast, but that doesn't mean we've forgotten everybody out there. We never forget in Biotic University. We always remember you in our minds and our hearts. So that's coming from the heart, put it that way. So today's podcast I want to talk about is it's a simple rule of life. It's a simple way how you should be living your life, and that is finding your own answers. Now, the first 16 years of your life, you have people telling you what to do, whether it's family, you have teachers at school, you have friends out there saying, oh, you should do this with your life, do that with your life, do this other thing with your life. And in all actuality, I think once you get out, definitely when you get out of school or out of that and you're into the real world, because there's a good saying I once heard, and it says, when school ends, that's when life begins. And it is completely true, because you are now out there in the real world wanting to make something of yourself. And that is the whole point of part of growing up, is basically finding your answers, finding out who you are, knowing what you're good at, not listening to what the other person, I don't mean that in a wrong way, but you have to basically mold your life into where you want it to go, and not always listening to what the other person has to say. So for example, obviously we always get told growing up that, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't, oh, this is too difficult, don't bother taking that test, you're destined for failure. When in all actuality, no, the answer is no. You don't listen to people. You must not have to listen to other people, because at the end of the day, our life is the way how we mold it to where we want it to go, and not listening to what that one's got to say, or this one's got to say. Because worst thing you can do in life, and I've mentioned this in an earlier podcast when I started this channel, which was the worst thing you can do is give up on yourself. And if you don't remember that one, I'll put a link in the description below, and please go check it out. So finding out your own answers, definitely when you leave the nest, when you go off into the real world, you know, you're finding a part-time job, you're studying at the exact same time, or anything that you are really good at. But then again, yeah, you are always told no, or that, no, don't do this, you're not capable of doing that. Don't do this, you're not capable of doing that other thing. When in actuality, we don't live our life on other people's behalves. Yes, I've said that before, because it's a good reminder. We don't live our lives on other people's behalves. We don't need to listen to what that one's got to say or the other one's got to say. It's all about what is best for ourselves, and only ourselves. But you have to basically put the effort in forward, and then again the result will come. And even if you've tried and you fail, at least you can look back and say, okay, I did try, but it didn't work out. But I tried. Some people don't. Some people have the disbelief, I can't do this. You go straight for failure. You're heading down Failure Boulevard when you should be going down Trying Avenue, and then going to the Successful Street. Put it that way for you. Meaning of life: learning, individuals, future events. I'll repeat that. Meaning of life: learning, individuals, future events. Now, every day we're in a constant state of learning. It's your individual life's plans, what you want to do with it. You're learning the individual's future events because of the fact that it's your future, and if you don't make the right decision, it will affect, you know, your future event will be deeply affected. So forget what the other one's going to say. Regardless of what they quote, bizarre your dreams may be, bizarre your ambitions will be, there's nothing bizarre about it, because it's coming from yourself at the end of the day. So if it comes from yourself, you know it's the right thing to do for yourself. Whether it's wanting to be a successful businessman, by all means go ahead and do that. Wanting to write a book, go ahead and do that. Wanting to open up a small-time business, by all means go ahead, open it up. What's stopping you? Nothing. People say, oh, not enough money. So you can start off. Some successful businesses even start from a garage. Some start from somebody coming up with an idea in their bedroom even. But you know what? The idea comes from somewhere. The idea comes from somewhere, and the best place it's coming from is yourself, because you are finding your own answer. There's a reason why that answer has been there for you. It's coming at you right there and then, because it needs pursuing. That's all it comes down to. Pursue your life's goals, forget what the other one's got to say, and you know what? You'll be amazed at what you can do at the end of the day, and that's where it's got to come from. But because I'm sure everybody has been taught, like I say, people there's those venomous people out there who just want to tell you, oh, that's a joke, get out of here. When realistically, they're the joke, and they need to get out of your life because you don't have no room for them. Those who are striving for success don't need the misery of people who have already failed on themselves. So I hope you found that tip very useful. I hope you liked what I said, what the meaning of the word life stands for. Again, I'll put a link in the description below about the worst thing you can do in life is giving up on yourself. And I just want to say a big thank you to everybody out there. I hope if you made it to the end of this video, this podcast, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to Biotic Podcast and Antibiotics, click subscribe, get notified, because we're going to be dropping some new videos coming up soon. We do have some new food and travel videos. We're going to have some new chat over coffee episodes as well. And we wish everybody all the best like we always do. And we're here if you ever need to talk to us as well. And I hope everybody's keeping safe. I know unfortunately right now in the UK lockdown has been extended till next month. But we got to keep fighting. We got to keep going strong. And we're never going to give up on ourselves. No chance. We keep moving forward. So I hope everybody's good. And again, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We are there. And again, keep the fight going. Stay biotic.